Alright, so as part of today's lesson, we also have to find the surface area for a cylinder. So now a cylinder is comprised of two circles at the bottom and top and this column here. So the cylinder is going to be comprised of two circles and this column. So what you guys need to remember is that for area of the circle, the formula area of the circle, the formula is pi r squared. So now, since we're looking for the formula for this cylinder, we're gonna have to find the area for these two circles, and both circles are the same. So if we find the area of this circle, we know the area of this circle, and we need to find the area of this rectangular, well, it's somewhat rectangular, it's an irregular rectangular column. So if we can find the width here, we can multiply it by this height to give us the area. So let's do the easier part first. So area of cylinder is equal to the circles at the top and bottom, so it's going to be pi r squared, so that's the circle at the top or bottom, and then we're going to multiply by 2 because we have two circles with the same area. Then we're going to find the area of this irregular rectangular column. So we know that the column, because it's a 3D shape, so you can just imagine like a tin or a can. Imagine a milk tin. So it's a 3D shape. Imagine the milk tin, and you remove the top piece and the bottom piece, so it's just an empty can without a top or a bottom. So that's what this rectangular shape here would represent. So now to find the area, we're gonna have to identify the height. So the height is gonna be our length in this case. So we know when we're finding the area for a rectangle, it's length times width, right? So we did that before. We said the area of the rectangle is length times width, which in this case, our height is going to be our length, and the width is just going to be this piece here. And we know that since this is actually a can, we know that we can find the width here by finding the circumference around the area. So we're gonna find the circumference around the top of the can. So to find the circumference, we're gonna use the formula 2 pi r, or we can use the formula pi d. So we can have 2 pi r squared, or we can have h times pi d, because what's happening is that we're finding the area of a rectangle, which is length times width. In this case, the length is h, and our width is just the circumference of the missing top part, so the circumference here. So now that would